So today we're going to be checking out the second map that Call of the Wild ever had, and that is Hirschfelden. Now Hirschfelden is a lot of fun because it has wild boar, red deer, and even fallow. Well, we just got eyes on our first animal, and it's going to be a roe deer, a pretty nice male. He's out there at 150 yards, and we're going to be able to take him down with a 243. That is not the 243. Actually, I think I put it... Yeah, I put it in slot 6. Because now we're primarily going to be using the 270 bolt action rifle for wild boar. And so we want to have something with a little more knockdown power than the 243. But right now, we need the 243 for this guy. And tried for a hard shot. Absolutely smoked him. He's not going far. He just tipped over right there. Alright, so there we have our first animal on the second map of Call of the Wild. Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say he tipped over all right. He literally just put his head down. I wouldn't say he tipped over fully, but that's whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Anyways, it's going to be a 56.39, so almost a gold, a pretty good size one. Looks like we made a double lung shot there at 150 out, so pretty cool row, a very nice shot. And actually, look at the fur type on this thing. This is a totally new model that we haven't seen before. And now we're finally getting a look at it. That's pretty cool. Look at this right here. We have yet eyes on another roe deer. This one's actually a tad bit bigger, and he's actually gold potential. He's bedded at 115 yards right there. So let's see if we can't make an awesome shot again with the 243. Now last time we took a shot at this angle and we actually shot too far forward, so I'm gonna hold further back this time. And I think it worked good. I think it worked really good. He literally went down almost instantly. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. The more they're quartered, the more I'm gonna hold back, no matter what weapon caliber we're using at the time. All right, here's our row. Let's take a look at him. And he is going to be a gold, 67.69, so on the bottom end of gold, but still pretty cool. And our shot was a 115 yard quartering, looks like lung, liver, intestine shot. I mean, we literally hit everything that you could ever imagine from that angle. Pretty good penetration, to be honest. I just found a track from a pretty decent male wild boar, but there's also a whole entire herd of them in this group. Now what we're going to do is just track down this track here, see what it leads us to, and hopefully we'll find something cool. Well, that wasn't exactly what I had planned. We accidentally just jumped him up here and never even got a chance to look at him. So either way, it's going to be cool, the fact that we should be able to see him right here. But the bad part is, oh, they're right there. Well, there's one of them. I'm not sure if that's from a separate herd. Oh, more. There's a female there. It almost seems like that's got to be from a separate herd entirely. But then again, that's a decent track. Oh, red fox. Bedded red fox. There they go. There's the fox. And it looks like the wild boar running through there too somewhere. Anyways, we're going to take down this fox here. And we got a bit of a tricky shot. We got to somehow go all the way through that tiny pocket at about 150 yards. We'll be using the 243, so that's no problem at all. And just like that, we're going to land a perfect shot. But the best part is we kicked up another fox. Actually, we kicked up, ooh, another big row, 60 to 71. And there's the other fox. That fox is tiny. I'm not worried about that, but I am worried about this row. Not anymore. That is not going to take him down. Don't even ask me why I took that shot, but I did, and kind of wish I wouldn't have. Another fox. All right, so we're gonna find this fox. Then we'll continue on tracking down these wild boar. I think this is his track right here. Well, it's one of their tracks. And there's another one there. All right, let's pick up this fox, take a look at our shot, and see how we did. It looks like 5.87. It was a female, but our shot was a perfect heart shot at 170 yards straight through the top of the heart. And what an incredible fox, indeed. My God, look at that thing. How majestic. Wow. They really did a nice job on these fox. Yeah, I'm not sure where these wild boar even went. I am not sure at all. Looks like we're heading almost off the map. Almost off the map. Yep. So essentially, what would have to happen is the wild boar would basically turn around because they can't go any further. Otherwise, they're going to be off the map. They're not going to have any more place to go. All right, so there is a tiny track from a male fox there. And there's a female. But there's also a decent track from a male fox up here. So we'll keep our eyes out. That's definitely not the one that we want, though. That is not the one. What do we got here? Female. Yeah, that pretty much is the whole bottom of the map. We got like 150 yards left, and that's it. There we go. There we go. We got him down to the river bottom here. All we got to do now is pick the right one out and pull off a shot. All right, I just saw him cutting left. There are actually a lot of stuff down there. That's him out in the front. We took a shot, hit him far back, but I do think that that should eventually help take him down. That's not him. Yep, 50%. We for surely got a decent hit into him. There's another one there going across. That's the one that we hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kind of a pretty sweet little crossing here. Yeah, we might have messed up the first shot, but we definitely didn't mess up that one. Although, not sure why he's just sitting there. And I'm not really complaining. But while we're at it, why not try for another one? Let's reload and see if we can't get another cool shot here. Going across this opening. Got him a little far forward, I think. That's actually a pretty big female fox. I wouldn't mind pulling off a shot on that thing. And I lost it. Boy, that didn't really turn out like I wanted it to. We ended up gut shooting the one, and then we hit this one through the center. But honestly, an intestine shot's not all that bad. Like, it's not big enough to be gold anyways, so it's really not the end of the world. And it's kind of a solid shot. I would say so, at least. So there's the second one. And the first one, I would imagine, is going to pile up somewhere over there. Yeah, this one, we shot him, I think, in like the neck, but it didn't drop him. Well, it dropped him, but he didn't expire right away. All right, so let's take a look at this one. And this was an 83.47. First shot, oh, too far forward. Got him right in the jaw and skull, basically. But then we took him again when he was running in place there at 150, and we smoked him. Pretty decent sized male wild boar there. Real decent boar. Now we gotta try and find the other one. Right there it is. So this is the second one that we got. No, first one. Running intestine shot. This was actually 90.4. Still shy of being gold. Not even close. But our shot hit far back. Got intestine running at 74 yards. I'm a little shocked at the fact that it pushed our bullet wide left like that, or wide right like that so much that we literally barely got intestine. But nonetheless, that's still a really cool wild boar. Very cool. Whoa, I was not expecting that, but we just got a call from some wild boar right in front of us here. We're not even 150 yards away from where we just took down those boar down at that point there. And we already took down 2 of the males that were in this herd. There actually might be 1 more male. And this might be the small one trivial one. Or it could be a completely separate herd that we haven't seen yet. You just never know. That's what it is. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's a completely separate herd of wild boar, and there's a huge male right there, 50 yards away. Oh my god. How did we get so close to this thing? Like, I can't even see it. But apparently he's laying right there. Yeah, I really don't see what they're looking at here. Oh! Well, apparently he sees us. Apparently he sees us. Oh, I see him now. He just laid right down. Right there he is. Right there. You can barely see him there. My gosh, look at how good they sleep. I mean, we're walking right up to this thing, 50 yards away, and we got him. We got him. All right, let's see where he went. 'Cause I didn't exactly see him go down. We took kind of a front angling shot towards us. We did manage to squeeze a lung out of that, but just barely. Now, well, I guess he didn't really go anywhere. Ooh, look at the tuss on that thing. Oh my god, it's going to be a 116.72. It is going to be a gold, and a big one at that. 57 yards. We caught lung and liver. So, overall, a pretty solid shot. Ideally, I would like to have been a little more forward, but also he spun when we took that shot. Had he not spun, our shot would have been like right here, and it would have been potentially double lung. Since he did spin, we caught lung and liver, as well as stomach. And that still took him down pretty quick. That's a mean looking boar, and definitely a big one. Well, we got a call from a male red deer. Now, if I remember right, this should be... Oh, he's right there. Decent, real decent. And if he turned a little more, or just like that right there, that should be good enough. Nope, it's not. Oh, blood rate very low. Guarantee we shot him too far forward. There's a very fine line between hitting the shoulder blade and the vitals on this thing. When they're running like that and they're quartered away as well, you don't have very much organs to be able to hit. Not at all. Now this is kind of interesting because we just got a call from a wild boar, but it's saying it was red deer. In other words, we could hear the sounds of wild boar, but obviously it's a red deer. Obviously it's a red deer, and we're actually probably going to go for a shot on him with the 7mm, see if we can't take a nice shot. Or totally okay, good, we connected. I was gonna say we tried for a heart shot and we did not get it, so I thought maybe we shot it somewhere in the front shoulder, but it looks like it actually did go down eventually. All right, we got our stag down right here. He's not a real big one, but he is a stag indeed, and we got a long shot at 129 yards, so we actually a little behind the heart as he was trotting towards us. Drilled that front shoulder and still connected on lung though. And 143, boy, he wasn't really that impressive. Whoa, we got some red deer coming out across here. It looks like all female. Probably because we just got the stag that was with them. That would make sense. Or because there's a stag out in the front. Boy, they're really not big. Again, it's a stag, but hardly. And I'm not even going to go for a shot on him because it's just the same size as the one that we just got, which wasn't really that impressive. Ooh, there's a huge follow. My God, there's a giant level 4. I can't see him, but he's right behind that brush. Okay, something tells me one of these is going to be him. Oh, a huge fox. Level 7 male fox. There he is. There he is. 6. Oh my God, there he is. Right there. Oh, come on, turn back. He didn't stop. He didn't stop. Man, and he's going... Well, he's kind of working his way down to this lake down here. And if he goes there, awesome. But otherwise, we're going to have a pretty wide open area in order to spot him. Well, you're not going to believe this, but I can't find that fallow for the life of me. However, we came upon a whole herd of wild boar. Well, there they go, right there. Right. Texas hard shot. Oh, not gonna connect. Oh, oh. Look at them all. All female. Well, well, well. We found him. Oh my God. So we had to come back here the next morning now. We actually caught eyes on this whole entire herd of fallow moving across. Oh, we can't use that. They're coming across this opening right in front of us here. And there he is. That should be taking him down. Yes, it is. 180 to 222 on the estimate. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, what a perfect spot for him to come across. See, this is what I wanted right here. I wanted an opening like this, and I couldn't ever find one. Well, we came back here in the morning, and sure enough, they came right perfectly. Right across the wide open. Alright, I'm seeing blood. Real good blood. And we're getting a call from a red deer. Probably not big, but you never know. Anyways, our fallow is down right here. Look at where he went down. Right in this brush. But it's gonna be... I don't even know what to say about this. But how can a max weight and potentially max scoring estimate fallow not be big enough to be gold? I didn't think it was possible. But it's still a huge one. Or rather, a very decent fallow. And he scored 185.8. So basically what you have here is the big 3 rack. It's the kind of small 4, but typically even a 4 would be gold. So, just interesting. And there was our shot. Drilled that front shoulder again and got lung at 160 yards. So yeah, I guess he wasn't quite as big as I thought he was. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We were out hunting on the second map of Call of the Wild today. We were hunting with the original weapons as well, and we had a good time doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.